Welcome to Brainstorm Pro. As you can see, about every other hour, a company is cutting all ties with the NRA. Here is my top 5 list about what to make of what is going on right now. So in the number one spot, I'd like to say that a lot of YouTubers are speaking out against the NRA. And I'm not discrediting what you're saying, but I noticed that in the gun community, the 45 ACP and 9mm community can't even get along. So when it comes to bigger issues like the NRA, all I'm asking you to do is try to find some common ground. I am not claiming that the NRA is perfect, but they have a track record of doing some extremely pro-Second Amendment things. And they seem to be the biggest and loudest and most effective organization out there. So right now is not a time to be divided. Right now is a time to be united to the best of your abilities. Try to not put your differences aside. I'm not asking you to conform. I'm asking you to work with them as best as you can. Because just imagine a world where they get knocked down to the ground to where they don't have any power anymore. That's probably going to be way worse than them being an organization that has a couple things that you disagree with, but still having the power that they have. Now, in the number 2 spot, I'd like to say that I think these companies are riding a big bandwagon. I don't think they were swayed. I think they're literally responding to just heavy media pressure that's causing conformists, that's very left-leaning. And they're just one after the other trying to look good to the general public by doing this. I don't think they're thinking any of this stuff out thoroughly. They're just reacting the way the media wants them to. My big question in every single one of these companies now in the number 3 spot is, why didn't you stand up against the NRA earlier? And this is just proving that you're following a hysterical train of thought. If the shooting that occurred in Florida was a thing that made you not want to support the NRA, why did you choose to do this now? Why didn't you choose to do it with the Vegas shooting, with the Orlando shooting, with the Sandy Hook shooting? Why did you choose to do it now? Really, I think almost proves that your intent is just pure conformity to the media. Now, in the number 4 spot, I'd like to correct everybody's train of thought who's against guns or against the NRA. And that is, be anti-gun because you are anti-gun. I do not care if you're against guns. Personally, I'd like to convince you with facts and logic to not be against guns. But if at the end of the day that is who you are, then that is who you are, and I can't change your mind. But I want your mind to be your mind, not a brainwashed mind. I want you to be against guns because you are personally against them, not because some news station tells you to be against them. And because you want to look cool in front of your friends by bashing Donald Trump and guns or whatever you do. If you don't like our president, don't like him because you don't like him, not because you're being brainwashed by some crap somebody put out on Facebook or something that some celebrity says. Have your own brain, please. Now, as far as a call of action, I think there should be relentless social media, phone calls, letters to any company that is cutting ties with the NRA right now. All right? Anybody. I mean, if you have time, go on Facebook, write in the comments section that you disagree. Write this CEO or customer service department a letter. Call them and tell them that you disagree, and then hang up. And definitely boycott them. And don't boycott them for 2 days and then forget about it because you saw a new news story about something else that distracts you, and you're like, you gotta relentlessly boycott. All right, this is civil disobedience. You can't let up. You gotta boycott until they change their minds. The other thing that you can do is when you boycott, you have to boycott every company associated with that company. So, for instance, there will be a big company, a big brand name, and then there will be several other brands under them that they either bought out or divisions of that company. You have to boycott all of them, not just one of them. That's how you do this in a civil way. Thank you for listening. Please click like and subscribe. And just in the comment section, let me know, what do you personally think the NRA has to do to get out of this hole that they're in? I mean, they're pissing off everybody. What do you think they have to do?